Hi everybody! This is a video on how to create a box plot to represent your data. A box plot is a visual graph that is used to show your 5-number summary, which remember is your minimum, your Q1, your median, your Q3, and your maximum. So for our box plot, we do not need our mean. So I'm going to cross off our mean because we don't need it. The first thing that you're going to do is you are going to draw a scale so that when we draw our box plot, all of our numbers are in the correct spacing that they need to be. So this is our scale, and whenever you draw a box plot, you need a scale. Our number ranges from 318 to 359. We want to make sure that all of these numbers will fit on our number line. So let's start at 310. And we'll go all the way up to 360 so that every number appears. So I'm going to put 310 first. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll put 320. Notice that each of these tick marks, because there's 5 spaces between 310 and 320, each one is worth 2. So this is 322, 24, 26, 28, 330, 332, 34, 36, 38, 340, 2, 4, 6, 8, 350, 2, 4, 6, 8. So right on the very end here, 360. That's a very bad 0. Let me write that again. 360. There we go. So the next thing before we keep going is we want to make sure that we label what these numbers represent. For our problem, these numbers represent our ice cream data, which were the amount of calories each of those ice cream things were. So the next thing you need to make sure you have is label what the scale represents. These numbers represent the calories of each ice cream treat. All right. Next, we are going to plot our data. So let's pick a line like this line. We're going to make sure that all of our numbers go on this line. So let's start with our minimum. Our minimum is at 318. So remember, each of these are worth 2. So that would be 310, 12, 14, 16, 18. This point is 318. So I'm going to follow that point up to this line and write a dot, or like a little line. And I'm going to label that our minimum. Let's make it a little neater for now. Just a dot for our minimum. Next, I'm going to put our Q1. our Q1 was 319. So that's going to be actually pretty close to our minimum. 319 is between 318 and 320. So I'm going to draw a little dot there. That is our Q1. Okay, so we found our minimum and our Q1. Next is our median. Our median is at 337. So let's see, 330 is here. 32, 34, 36, 38. 37 is going to be right between those two. So I'm going to put a dot up here on that line. That is our median. Next is our Q3. Here's 42, 44, 46, 48, 50. So 49 is right in the middle. So I'm going to put a dot at 349, and that is our Q3. Our last one is our maximum, 359. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 9 is going to be right here. So I'm going to put our maximum, that little dot, up there. Okay, so this is called our box plot. It's sometimes called our box and whisker plot. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna draw a straight line down that goes through the median, the Q3. These are not great lines. The Q3, there we go, and the Q1. Then I'm going to collect or connect those lines like this. So these are the box portion. Next, I'm going to draw out a line to my maxima and draw out a line to my minima. Those are our whiskers. So now we have a visual graph that shows our minimum, our Q1, our median, our Q3, our maximum, and it kind of shows the spread of our data too. Our minimum and Q1, once you graph them, you can see how close they are to each other. So before, we talked about how the 5-number summary splits your data into like 3 or 4 equal parts. So this is one part between our minimum and Q1. Here's another part between our Q1 and median. Then there's a part between our median and our Q3. And there's a part between our Q3 and our maximum. Each part represents 25% of our data. So we might say each quartile represents 25%. And that's going to be really important when you start to answer questions about things. Like if we said, between what and what number is the top 25%, you could say between 349 and 359 is the top 25%. The last thing that you need to make sure to have is a title. For this one, we could just title this ice cream. Okay. So again, this is the minimum, your quartile 1, your median, your quartile 3, and your maximum. And you need to find these numbers first before you can make a box plot. All right, I hope you guys found this useful, and make sure you label your scale and make sure you have a title as well. Have a great day. Bye.